Salutations, spooky babes and last-minute Halloween shoppers. I'm the Hecate, your sarcastic scream queen of storytelling. I'm launching a new series called Obscure Origins because apparently history decided to leave all the fun, unhinged parts in the footnotes. In this new series, I'll be breaking down the real origins of the things we do every day. From holidays to traditions to social norms. All the stuff that's secretly rooted in myth, lore, and humanity's favorite coping mechanism. Light something on fire and hope for the best. And first on trial is Halloween, the only time of the year when adults can dress like vampires, children can knock on strangers' doors without getting the police involved, and everyone can pretend that candy corn is edible. So, welcome to Obscure Origins. Cue the ghosts, the chaos, and the ancient seasonal depression. Let's get into it. The word Halloween comes from a Scottish archaic form where hallow means holy person and een means the evening before. So technically, Halloween literally translates to the evening before All Saints' Day. Other names for Halloween include Samhain, the original Celtic version, and All Hallows Eve. And please, it's pronounced Samhain, not Samhain. Here's the continental breakdown. North America, 75 to 80%, the CEOs of Halloween drama. Europe, 60 to 70%, the original founders and still spooky with pride. Australia/Oceania, 50 to 60%. Chaos, costumes, count them in. South America, 35 to 45%. They celebrate Halloween, but Días de los Muertos is really the icon over there. Asia, 20 to 30%. Mostly cities because rural ghosts don't need invitation. Africa, 10 to 20%. Not mainstream. Witchcraft is real over there. Don't play. Antarctica, 0%. Penguins don't need costumes. The tuxedos are built in. So basically, Halloween is celebrated worldwide, except in Antarctica, where the wildlife could kill you while looking classy. Fun fact, Halloween isn't an official holiday. People still have to show up to work. It is just a global excuse to cosplay trauma and eat other people's snacks. Earlier, I mentioned that parts of South America celebrate Días de los Muertos. And before someone types in the comments, Halloween and Días de los Muertos are the same, let me stop you there. They're not the same. They're not even related. Let me break it down. October 31st is Halloween, the evening before All Saints' Day. November 1st is Dia de los Angelitos, the Day of the Little Angels. These honors infants and children that have passed away with toys, small offerings, and sweets. And finally, November 2nd is Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead. This honors adult ancestors with favorite food, drinks, and marigolds everywhere. In simpler words, Halloween says, spirits are coming, hide. While Días de los Muertos says, our dead grandma's ghost is here. Get her a plate of food. Different histories, different cultures, different color palettes. Halloween is pumpkin spice. Días de los Muertos is marigold couture. Let's go back all the way to 2000 BCE. Halloween came straight from Samhain, a Celtic festival that marked the end of summer and the beginning of seasonal depression and frostbite. The Celts were Europe's original chaotic friend group. Not one single kingdom, but a bunch of tribal societies who spread across Central Europe like glitter you can't vacuum up. Their influence stretched into modern-day France, Spain, the British Isles, and even some parts of Turkey, which meant that half of the European continent was out there fearing ghosts and praying that crops didn't die. Now here's the spooky upgrade. The Celts believed that during Samhain, the barrier between the living and the dead thinned, like bad Wi-Fi. Ghosts, ancestors, and random demons would stroll into the human world like they owned the place. So, humans did what humans do best. Panic. Their survival toolkit included lighting giant bonfires to scare the demons away, wearing disguises or costumes so that the spirits wouldn't drag them into the afterlife, and leaving food offerings so that ghosts wouldn't trash their crops and their properties. So Samhain was Halloween, but with real-life consequences. Like if you did not give a ghost a snack, it may curse your crops and kidnap your soul. Enter the Catholic Church around 731 CE. The church was tired of the Celts summoning spirits and playing dress-up unsupervised, so they created All Saints' Day for November 1st and All Souls' Day for November 2nd. Their strategy? If you can't beat the pagans, steal their vibes. And boom, Samhain got a religious makeover. Bonfires became holy fire, talking to ghosts became praying for the dead, and dressing in spooky costumes became pageantry. The Catholic Church basically said, fine, keep your party, let's just call it religious. And that's how pagan chaos got baptized into history. If the Celts gave us fear and fire, we owe modern trick-or-treat to medieval and suburban escalation. Medieval Europe had a practice called souling, where poor people knocked on doors, asking for food in exchange for praying for dead relatives of the people that gave them food. Then Scotland introduced guising, where children would perform tricks or songs to earn treats, basically TikTok but door to door. Between the 1500s and the 1700s, Ireland and Scotland kept Samhain alive through costumes, fortune-telling games, and a little vandalism disguised as festivity. They carved grotesque faces into turnips to scare wandering spirits away. Think jack-o'-lanterns, but more nightmare fuel. By the 1840s, during the Atlantic crossover, the Irish and the Scottish immigrants brought Halloween to America. Pumpkins replaced turnips, and capitalism added sugar. Then came the 1900s, where American teenagers entered the villain era. Halloween turned into vandalism hour and property damage skyrocketed. To stop the chaos, adults bribed them with candy, and that's how modern trick-or-treating was born. We literally pay children to behave so that they don't burn our property down. Every holiday comes with lessons, and Halloweens are a mixture of spooky and smart. Do arm yourself with knowledge. It protects better than any salt line. Learn the legends and understand the fear, because the bravest thing about Halloween is not facing the dark, it's understanding it. Don't summon, chant, or just see what happens, especially from the unknown. That's not curiosity. That's an audition for a haunting. The last time humans tried that, we got war, glitter, and Ouija boards. If it hisses, flickers, or even whispers your name, that's your cue to leave and delete your search history. And remember, Halloween didn't start with candy, it started with fear. Humans lit fires to survive the unknown and somehow turned that terror into a costume contest. Now we chase the very shadows that our ancestors ran from and call it fashion. What they feared, we celebrate. That's either evolution or denial with better lighting. Choose chaos wisely. And that, my spooky babes, is the origin of Halloween. From the spirits are coming to kill us to take this fun-sized Snickers so that you don't egg my house. If you enjoyed this reality check, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because history is scary enough without the lies. And honestly, you deserve the truth, and I'm the only one unhinged enough to give it to you. So friends, stay odd, stay opinionated, and as always, stay obscure. Until next time.